Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome back to something epic from World of Tanks, this time around featuring the one and only Cromwell. I know, it's another Cromwell replay, isn't it? And let me tell you, I receive most Kolobanov's replays in this machine and the T67 hands down. But for this week I have selected the replay with the highest damage score, most kills, and the highest base experience combined, all courtesy of Say My Name. Do you even Cromwell, bro? Then check this out. Alright, so here we are in our Cromwell, this time around in a standard battle on the Live Oaks map. And have a look at this matchmaking. Wow. A couple of heavy tanks on both sides. Well, this might be scary, but we are top tier, and a lot of those heavy tanks aren't. And even with the top tiers, we really should be able to make short work of them. The Cromwell is just so powerful. We tried to get into a position in the beginning of the match. So this thing is just so powerful when it's top tier that really it's those heavy tanks that have to be afraid of us if we are playing carefully, and we most certainly will. This type of matchmaking pretty much means that we will be alone with our buddy in another Cromwell on this flank, as most of those heavy tanks will certainly go for the city, and quite a few of them will probably camp those ridges as well, trying to snipe into the town. Now we make no stops, we will push down this flank, and we'll see if the enemy makes the same approach, meaning that they will position most of their tanks in the city. Well, there is a lone VK3001, and that guy is actually in a platoon with another VK, so it's highly likely that at least another VK is somewhere in the back. Now let's reposition from here. I really like this part of the map because you can either poke there, and if somebody is already doing that job for you, you can just move to the side, and then, well, the enemy can't really split their attention usually, can they? So you should be able to have some nice side shots as they are focusing on the other guy, or if they are focusing on you, well, then your buddies can have free reign on them. And well, look at these VKs, they are the only guys holding this front, and they are up against a Cromwell platoon. Good luck to that. We see that the accuracy of the Cromwell is really not that impressive. There will be a couple of misplaced shots, but the gun on the Cromwell can be so amazingly trollish, as we are going for the tracking shot there, unfortunately failing to do it yet. Oh, well, that helps. So you will see a lot of the shots being donked into the ground or just missing by a mile, and that's mostly down to the gun on this thing. 2.2 second aim time and rather mediocre dispersion values mean that really you either have to be super close to the enemy, or you have to stay still and aim a little bit. So you have to know how to use your Cromwell right, otherwise you will just spew those shells left, right and center. But let's see how the battle is going, and well, it's not going great at all. The enemies have cornered our heavy tanks, well, what's left of them anyway, at the very western side of the city, and otherwise they are just swarming all over them, so the city is probably lost, and we can absolutely expect for those guys to zoom down towards our cap and then start capping like crazy. It's mid-tier games anyway, and capping is what a lot of people are really excited about for some reason. Now we are making our way straight back to the cap, while our teammate will try to apply some pressure from the other side, which is not a bad idea, even if it can be a little bit dangerous to split up our forces. The team has not completely collapsed though just yet. Well, as I say, we lose 2 more tanks, leaving only a very lone OI there, completely out of position. So how do we play this one? I would say probably I would move a little bit closer so I can take shots on those guys when they come in. But the Cromwell is fast, so we should be able to get into a position in a couple of seconds. Now reversing in the open. I mean, that's probably not the smartest thing he can do. He should have just hugged the ridgeline. I mean, he's still dead, like 100%. But at the same time, right now he's just giving free shots to everybody on the enemy team. Nope, KV1. He's being shot at 2 Cromwells from 2 flanks. It's usually not what you would like to have in a KV. Come on, killing blow. Whoa, that did fly really high. Now if we can take out their vision, that would be really helpful. 2 shots, only 1 more will do. And there we go. We are definitely spotted, so let's get the hell out of there. The OI is, of course, pinging the map, which is halfway understandable because he's upset as he is dead, and he thinks that he did not receive all the support he could have hoped for. But then again, he was hopelessly out of position, so really nothing more than long-range support could be expected from us at this stage. And on the other hand, I really don't know why the anti-spam filter does not mute these guys after the first like 10 pings. Really, if you are unable to tell your team what you think would be right in 5 pings, then the next 5 won't help you either.
Enemy armor destroyed. Enemy armor is hit.
But let's get back to the battle. So, KV-85, bouncing a couple of shots. And right now the OI is closing in as well. Now we have to make a decision. Unfortunately, our teammate, it seems, is pressured a little bit by a T-150, and that guy has a really dangerous gun, so hopefully he will not be hit by it, because that might be game over. I think Say My Name is trying to go back now to support his buddy. Unfortunately, the T-150 gets the killing blow indeed. And what's this? M6 in the open just disappeared, but we have right now some beautiful side shots on the KV-85 instead. So let's take out this guy. I have to say, unfortunately, we do miss quite a few shots here, which might be because of the ping, might be because simply we were a bit messing up the aim there, as we are down to 1 versus 5 against 5 heavy tanks. Jeez. Be as it may, unfortunately the KV-85 still lives. So what do? Well, this is actually a rather smart move. Let's secure our flanks. The T-150 could be either going down to our cap, or he might be trying to come around here towards the tracks to flank us. So by going this way, we should be able to make sure that we are not getting a really nicely Russian surprise in a couple of seconds. But he's nowhere to be seen even after the binoculars did activate. So that means he's most probably going towards the cap. There is really no other way he could be going, and somebody is indeed our cap circle. So that means we have to push pedal to the metal, because very soon there will be multiple heavy tanks in the cap, and that counter will tick down really fast. Now luckily we are in one of the most mobile machines at tier 6, so we should be able to get back no problem at all. Taking a very quick scouting run to see if anybody is hiding here, but no. And that probably means that everybody is down in the south. So let's see if we can spot them now. Especially with the binoculars, we really should be able to outspot these guys from this ridgeline right here, using that little bush there to mask our presence. And there we go, KV-1 just going in the cap. Of course we bounce the first shell, second one misses. Come on, we are actually down to 17 seconds. Alright, that's one down. There is the other one, M6. We are changing here to APCR shells to make sure that we can actually pull off that interrupt. This looks good, but there is another unspotted tank. Oh, never mind, there is the OI. We are just murdering the M6 and that guy has no idea where we are. Now I have to say, we are spamming APCR a little bit here. For example, if the OI decides to move sideways on, reversing very slowly in front of us, when he knows exactly from where the shots are coming from. And this is, by the way, an older replay, so it does not have the more precise indicators. But it's very obvious from where he is being shot at from. So we could have saved those APCR shells for when he turned sides, because now we are pretty much forced to flank him. It's not the end of the world, just would have made our life a little bit easier. So in the meantime, again somebody else is in the cap as well, which could be either the KV-85 or the T-150. And we might have a little bit of trouble penetrating the T-150. Oh, it's dying to 7 seconds. Come on. Have a look at that snipe. Cupola snipe in the Cromwell with 4 seconds left to go. Ooh, that was a close one. We didn't flank the OI enough, so we could easily penetrate the sides, and as we just spammed our APCR previously at him, we didn't have the means to pull off a safe interrupt. Luckily the cupola of the T-150 just somehow magnetically pulled our shell in, and that left the OI as well completely open for flanking. Wow, what a finish! We are on 7 kills, and if we can find and take out the KV-85, we should have a red revolter secured. Oh, and he's just making it easy.
Enemy armor is damaged.
1 versus 5, 8 kills, 3,500 damage. Not bad. Well, that was a pretty good demonstration of the strengths of this machine. In knowing hands, this thing is an absolute beast without question. And in knowing hands it most certainly was. Check out this rare medal shower. Ace Tanker, Kolobanovs, the Langlades for destroying at least 4 enemy tanks while they are capping, Red Revolters, Defender, High Caliber, and of course a Top Gun. Not bad, not bad. For all this carnage we had to do quite a bit of work as well, of course. 3,500 damage, 8 kills and over 1,600 base XP stand testament to that. And in second place, surprise surprise, it's actually our teammate in another Cromwell. Do you guys see a pattern as well? As for the details, we did fire a whopping 50 shots in these about 11 minutes, hitting 38 of them and penetrating 27. The gun on the Cromwell can certainly be a troll, even if it's still highly effective at the end of the day. Right, this was then a quick look at our Tuesday epic battle, courtesy of Say My Name and his trusty Cromwell. Many thanks for sending this in, man, and congratulations to an absolutely fantastic result. I hope you guys did enjoy watching it as well, and if you did, thanks for considering giving this video a like or sharing it. We will continue tomorrow with another funny moment special, this time around looking at some of those ridiculous blind shots once again. And then on Thursday I have some gameplay for you in the brand new Tier 10 Clan Wars reward vehicle, the 121B. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again in one of the next videos.